Hi Scorpio, welcome back. So Scorpio, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Also, my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. So when I was channeling the collective Scorpio energy, I got a very specific image, and it was, it's a child's toy, but, and it's going to be kind of hard for me to explain, but, you know, my son actually has one of these. It's like a rectangle and then a rectangle, and inside of it is like this lava looking stuff, right? And when you, it's kind of like a new age hourglass. So when you stick it upright, all the lava goes down to the bottom, and then you turn it over and all of it comes down to the bottom. So it's an hourglass. So I don't know if hourglasses are significant to you. You have something like that in your home or in your office, or it's like a trinket. That's the best way I can describe it. And it has like blue fluid in it. So that's very specific, and that might be specifically for one or two of you. For the rest of you, the symbolism behind that is like time is ticking, because they gave me a song in the background that said, time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. So it's like time is passing you by, Scorpio, whether you're aware of it or whether you're not aware of it. Some of you are hyper aware of it, like really focused on time right now. Whether that be the time that you're in right now, or feeling time crunches, or thinking about a past time, or maybe future. But there's something here about time, all right, and time moving you forward. So the other song that I got was Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. And I've actually gotten that song for Scorpio before, but it was a few years ago, at least, maybe a year ago. But I definitely remember getting that song for you before. There's a lyric in the song where she says, all the flowers that you planted, mother, in the backyard have all died in the wind and the rain. I don't know why that lyric in specific kept playing, but that was very specific. So that song might resonate with you. You might like that artist. Go look it up. Maybe there's something about flowers. I don't know. I'm not sure. Some of you might have kept, like, as a keepsake, some flowers. You know how you dry flowers up and you keep them as like a keepsake? And it doesn't have to be dried flowers, but that's the example that they're giving me. Some of you have a keepsake that you keep with you, or that has some sort of significant value to you. Could be any of the images that I talked about prior to this. They also showed me like the top of, I guess it's like a stick, like a walking stick, but it had like a crystal topper. This is so specific. Please just take it or leave it, okay? But those are the messages that I got in the channeled portion of the reading, Scorpio. Now we're going to get into the tarot. Hopefully you take away something from some of those messages, or the messages that are getting ready to come up in the energy. But that's kind of what I'm feeling, right? So let's get a card out for you and see where this is headed. Ooh, that card flipped out. You have the 5th house of passion here. So this is talking about entertainment, obviously passion, but also creativity, love affairs, pleasure. I've been getting a lot of pleasure energy in Scorpio's readings, meaning like I feel like you're really wanting more pleasure or passion or intimacy or sex in your life, you know, really geared towards that. You might find that you're having a much higher energy drive or sex drive during this time frame, especially as we go through the summer months. But if it's not to deal with that, this is just like finding your passion when it comes to things that make you feel good, when it comes to career development, when it comes to your natural given talents, Scorpio, and getting passionate about that, putting some time and effort into that, and that kind of helping you to move along in this energy, because the energy felt a little heavy in the meditation, I'm not gonna lie. So I feel some of you are needing like some sort of upliftment here. So let's see what Scorpio's overall energy is. The Knight of Cups. And the person you're dealing with. The Page of Pentacles. So Scorpio, I feel like you're in this space of really getting in tune with your spiritual self. Okay, and if it's not to do with spirituality, this is like things above and beyond the everyday, ordinary. All right, you might feel like, they gave me two words, less inclined and less involved in practical things that you used to be very involved in or that you cared a lot about. And you might find yourself more in the 5D, in the ethers, in your imaginative state, more in your emotions than you have recently been. I just feel a strong pull in that direction, okay? So this might be a very emotional or spiritual time for you. And oddly enough, I have never noticed that about this card till now. He is, in this picture, picking the petals off of a flower and putting them in a cup. I don't know if you can see that. You know, like, you love me not. You love me not. You know, when you're a kid and you, well, maybe not everybody did that, but I did that as a kid. You pick the petals off the flower. Some of you might actually be into like doing spiritual, okay, that's not the direction I was going. For some of you, I heard religious teachings. You might be looking into that. That's very specific. For others of you, it's like ritualistic behavior going on, okay? This person has the Page of Pentacles, so they're actually in a much more practical energy than you. This person might be giving a lot of attention and time to their practical environment, to their studies, to their finances, might be tending to the home or obligations or responsibilities that they need to. It's interesting, Scorpio, because I feel like this person's kind of down here in the 3D and you're kind of up here in the 5D. So there's a little bit of a mismatch in the energy, all right? This person might just be seeing things very differently than you are or have in the past. But it's almost kind of like you're in your own little world and this person's in their own little world. So let's see where this is headed. Oh, they gave me the song from Aladdin, A Whole New World. Something about a whole new world. So, let's see what led up to this, Scorpio, and then we're going to go into, I don't feel that. Sorry, I'm going to take note of it, but I feel like that was a misfire. Some of you have had some heartache that you've been really stuck on, and it's kind of making you angry because it still lingers, and you don't want to linger in that anymore. All right, that's a side note. Like I said, anyways, I'm getting off track here. We're going to go through the recent past energy, and then we're going to go into how you perceive each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcomes, all right? So you have the Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Sun. Now, the three cards that fell out that I put back in because I didn't really feel it was for a lot of you was the Three of Swords. And now you have the Three of Cups, and the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm getting that in the past, Scorpio, there was this feeling of being angry about something that hurt you, and yet not being able to push past that. Going back and forth from being hurt to angry, hurt to angry, hurt to angry. It's like a vicious cycle where it's been difficult for you to be able to elevate yourself above that emotion in the past energy. Some of you might still be in this energy of going through that vicious cycle of like feeling down and then just getting angry or getting frustrated about the way that you're feeling. So then you're fueling it into anger, and then because you got angry, that makes you feel out of control, and because you feel out of control, you feel down again. And I heard the word entrapment, but you're entrapping yourself in that vicious cycle. Some of you have moved past that, all right, and you're going to know if you've moved past that or not, but that's kind of what I was feeling. I feel like you're coming into this space now, though, where you're ready to cut some ties and or, you know, repair things. And there is no gray area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're coming to this point of like, okay, something has to come to an end here. The way that I'm thinking about it, the way I'm feeling about it, or whatever, has to come to an end. And just like getting into the space of acceptance, and then moving forward from that point and deciding to prioritize your happiness above all else. Or that's what you're being guided towards. Some of you are not there yet. It's almost like getting tired of your own habitual thoughts. You know, some of you are scolding yourself. Like internally, you're scolding yourself, and the spirit is saying that's not helpful. That's just creating more damaging energy. So instead, see yourself how your higher self sees you, how Source sees you, which is all loving eyes, unconditional loving, can't do any wrong. Okay? Seriously. That's how your higher self sees you. So isn't it about time to give yourself the permission to see yourself that way as well? Because you're the only one holding out in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the only one holding yourself away from loving yourself as you are. Sorry, I feel kind of like this harshness coming through, Scorpio. So I feel like you're being harsh, but it's because you're being harsh on yourself, and now it's coming out through me as being harsh, and please don't take it that way. You know, it's all good. You know, it's all love, right? But I feel like you're to this point of just let it come together and let me be happy, you know, or just wanting to move out of this phase of your life and come into this happier space and this happier state of mind. Oh my gosh. The Three of Swords came out again, even though I put it back in the deck, but it came out on this person's side. So let's look at their recent past. Give me one more. All right, I guess two more. Wow. This person is in the same exact energy, or at least they have been in the past as you. Like trying to move on from something that hurt them, but then getting all stuck in their head over it, fearing worse outcomes, then like trying to look into things or trying to teach themselves a new way of doing something or a new way of coping even possibly. But this person has been getting all wrapped up in the headspace, Scorpio. Even if they've made some movement forward, it's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And now I get why the song came up about nothing compares to you. Some of you feel like that towards this person, or they towards you, and that's what's making it so difficult, I feel. You know, I think like in this day and age, people want to make it sound like everybody's replaceable, you know. But it's, you know, it's just not that easy when the heart is involved, when there's spiritual ties to really be able to do that, you know, like, first of all, no one is replaceable. We're all unique. We're all divine. We're all loved. But something here about replacing. You might have tried to replace this person with another person, place, or thing, or they may have done that to you. but I'm getting the word irreplaceable. And the fear here is that it's also irreversible. Sorry, I don't mean to keep pausing, but I have a lot of different words coming in my mind. So let's look at perception. Let's look at perception, how you're perceiving this person, how they're perceiving you, and go from there. Keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, right? So it may be your truth, but it may not be this person's truth. But after that, we'll go into the emotional space and see what's going on. Here's what I'm getting. They gave me the word irreplaceable, irreversible, irreconcilable differences. But none of that is true. None of that is true. And I'm really trying to be cautious about the way that I put this. I'm not saying people are replaceable, but I am saying you can heal and grow from this. I'm not saying you can go back into the past and change things, but you can change the way you think about it moving forward, and that will heal things within you. There's never a situation in life that is kaput because of one simple fact. We're eternal, which means we can never get it wrong. And we can never get it wrong because it's never done. Because we're eternal beings. Okay? And I think that can be a hard concept to get your mind around when we're sitting in the 3D. And we see things ending and we see what we see in the 3D. But that's because you have a narrow perspective of what's really going on in the universe right now. And of course, when we go into the ethers, right? When we pass, when we leave this body, then you get the larger perspective and you can see, oh, okay, things continue on. It's important for someone to hear that, right? Because some of you are taking your very limited perspective and you're saying, this is reality, this is reality. But really, you're only seeing this much of it, you know, when there's actually all of this going on. So keep in mind that reality is very much based on perception, and your perception is very narrow compared to the perception of source of your higher self. All right, so speaking of perception, let's look at that now, Scorpio. You've got the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Eight of Wands. So when you think about this person, you want cooperation, you want movement forward, you want communication. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You know, or just in life in general right now, you want to build off of things, you want to build off of where you're at. You're looking for forward momentum. You're looking for things to change in your life. You see this person also as someone that you might have a lot of things in common with. And you may feel very motivated to be driven. Okay, that's weird. You might, like, when you think about this person, it may motivate you and drive you to do things that you're passionate about because maybe you see them doing that. Or there's something about the connection that creates that growth within you, within them. It's actually really clear cut in the way that you're seeing it. And I don't always get that in Scorpio's readings. Sometimes it's hard to read Scorpio energy. Just because you're a Scorpio, period. But this is pretty clear. I think you're pretty clear on what it is that you're wanting and how you're thinking about it. And you're wanting movement forward. All right? You're wanting to be seen. You're wanting to be heard. You're wanting to be known. Where's this person at? 5 of Cups. The Empress, the High Priestess. So this person is not seeing you right now, not hearing you. Some of them are in a different energetic frequency than you. Like this person might be very focused on the loss or the hurt of a connection, of this connection or a past connection. And so they are not picking up on what you're putting down. Okay? This person may also have a misperception of you. They may feel like you are, you know, done with things or that you're over things. Yet they feel connected to you, not knowing that you're like ready to move things forward. So it could be that as well. This person might be going through a tough time right now, Scorpio. They could be suffering some sort of loss or suffering the loss of this connection because they feel very spiritually drawn to you or connected to you. This person may constantly feel your presence around them. You might have a telepathic connection with this person if it's a twin flame, where it's like they can feel you when you think about them. And it drives them insane because they don't see the evidence of that if it's a twin flame soulmate connection. This person is trying to like patiently wait for things to develop in their life, and they're kind of banking on luck to come through for them, or the universe to come through for them to pull them out of this energy here, Scorpio. They're kind of at a loss with how to deal with things at this point. So they wait. Some of them are waiting for you to come to them. All right, for you to come in their direction. So let's go into the heart space and see what's going on emotionally underneath it all. So underneath all of that, how is Scorpio feeling in their heart space towards this connection? The Empress. Judgment. You've got the Empress out twice. It was in their energy and now in your heart space. 2 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So I feel like in your emotional space, you're waiting for things to change before you make any decisions, before you move anything forward. And if you don't see that change, you're going to keep yourself trapped. You're going to entrap yourself, Scorpio. Because here, let's go back to what I was saying earlier. You're waiting to see some sort of change, all right, in the situation, in this person, whatever. But in the process of that waiting, you're torturing yourself emotionally by going back and forth between hurt and anger for some of you. When what you really are wanting is to make a decision to go towards your happiness, but then you hold yourself back. And that's what's creating the tension. That's what's creating the pain, and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's almost like this energy is calling for you to make a decision either way. For you not to wait for some sort of change or wait for tomorrow or wait for whatever it is that you're waiting for, but to just move forward with your plans, and what happens, happens. And it's like the Scorpio in you doesn't want to do that because you like to know all the possible outcomes. Like Scorpio energy likes to be, you like to vet things and be very sure of a situation, right? Before you will act on it. But they're saying that you're never going to be sure. All right. So it's never, you're waiting on a specific time, but there is no right time. There also is no wrong time. You get what I'm saying? They're giving me sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. That's from Days of Our Lives, the soap opera. I'm not even sure if that's on the TV anymore. take it or leave it. Let me see what is in this person's emotional space here then, Scorpio. Ace of Cups. Four of Swords. Well, not with that many cards. The Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Moon. So this person's really clear on how they feel. You're kind of holding back here. You're kind of even fearing loss, or you're somewhat restricting yourself from making any decisions here. This person's in this emotional space of love, peace, of wanting an opportunity, abundance, commitment, and yet hanging out, waiting, you know, but somewhat getting overwhelmed with their own emotions. So both of you are waiting on each other. That's obvious. And crazy at the same time. Because you're very clear on what it is that you want, or what you want to say, or what you want to do. This person feels the intention that you hold, or feels the energy, and they're waiting for you to come through with that. But they're not going to budge. And you're over here in indecisive land, waiting yourself, but holding yourself restricted. This person emotionally has a lot of love for the connection, or love for you. Scorpio, they may dream of you. They may think of you often. They may want another opportunity with you. But they're waiting for something themselves. So they're also waiting. This person's waiting on enlightenment, or to be able to see the higher perspective. They're waiting for validation of their emotions. Okay? And for a lot of you, this is going to be in regards to you. It's you versus them. But to keep it real, there's a small subset of you where it's not related to you, where this person is just in this space of wanting more love in their life, wanting more commitment, wanting peace of mind, enlightenment, and doesn't want to feel overwhelmed with their emotions anymore. And if you're the one that makes them feel overwhelmed in their emotions, Scorpio, they may feel very connected to you anyways, but not necessarily take action. So there's two ways I can read that. There might be two groups of you here. Let's go into hopes and see if we can't narrow it down a little bit more. Hopes. That shot out. You want to come out of the cold. You don't want to feel like this anymore. You don't want to feel like an outcast or an outsider, or if there hasn't been equal give and take within relationships, or this relationship, you're hoping for more equal give and take. See, but the thing is I don't see this person as holding you in that position, or wanting you to feel outcasted. I see you doing that to yourself by not allowing the love to flow. But it could be them, so take it as it resonates. This person wants the Page of Wands, the Two of Cups. So they want a soulmate connection. They want to feel connected. They want a new beginning. They want to be happy, free, passionate, loving, fun. That could be things they're hoping for in their life in general, or with you. So let's go into most likely future outcome then, and see what that says. And keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. So just remember you're in the driver's seat. Sorry if you can hear my dog. I don't know why the delivery man, this is a side note, ADD. Why do delivery men always honk the horn when they pull up? As if my dog's not already going nuts. Is that a rule or something? I'm honestly asking. I really don't know. But they always honk their horn when they pull up. I'm like, I see you. I see you, bro. My dog sees you too. Sorry. I may have to pause this for a second. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. So anyways, let's go into the most likely future outcome here, Scorpio. Six of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Give me one more. Okay, two more. Nine of... Okay, I don't know who I got this song for, but I got it definitely in the... Maybe it was the live reading I did on my Facebook. It was I Can't Get No Satisfaction. It's an older song. But it's like this, Scorpio. There's satisfaction all around you. There's satisfaction available to you at every corner. Some of you are tapping into that. Others of you are holding yourself away from that. Like, I'll be satisfied when this occurs. I'll be satisfied when I have this. And the message from your higher self is saying, no, you've got to be satisfied now, and then it will come. And it cannot be any other way. So future energy is Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Here's the past showing up for some of you. We're out of the retrograde, thank goodness, but I believe there's still Jupiter retrograde, right? Don't quote me, I'm not an astrologist. But there is like disappointments from the past that is hard for you to let go of. But it's like there's so much ahead of you in the future that's so good, you know, and it could be with this person maybe, or maybe in other areas of your life, but there's so much in front of you, Scorpio, that's coming towards you to look forward to, that it no longer makes sense to hold on to the disappointments of the past, because you cannot change them. It is already done. So why not focus on what can be repaired? They gave me the word repaired in the now. Where can you go from here? Use this as a launching off point to create something new within yourself, within your life, within this relationship if you want. But you're being asked to leave this, truly, truly leave it emotionally and energetically where it belongs in the past. I think that's difficult for you to do, being a fixed sign, and some of you, you feel like you're going to be giving up something if you do that. But the encouragement and the promise here that's coming through is that that is an illusion. You are not giving up anything. You are gaining, you are gaining, you are gaining. Period. So, let the satisfaction in. Allow yourself to feel satisfied, okay? Because there's a lot of burdens being carried that are unnecessary burdens that are keeping you away from feeling that satisfaction here, Scorpio. And it's not your burden to carry. Give it to the universe. What you don't see is that underneath all of that, over the course of time, you have invested a lot and asked for a lot that's getting ready to come into fruition, that will be very pleasing to you when you stop doubting that, when you stop holding yourself hostage with your thoughts and your emotions, and when you start making a decisive decision and acting on it, and what comes from it, period. Let's see what this person's most likely future outcome is. The Tower, the Two of Wands, Judgment, the Queen of Wands. Give me one on the Queen of Wands. I said one. I'm not going to take all of these. Let me take note of them. Knight of Swords. Okay. Pentacles. Just one, please. There we go. I keep wanting to sing this song, and I was holding it back because sometimes I get repetitive songs just because, you know, when you channel, they're going to give you the most available information in your mind. So I was kind of holding it back, but it's waiting on the world to change. Someone here is waiting on the world to change, not understanding that the world will change when you change. All right, I feel it on this person's side, but it could be on both sides as they feel the same and similar energy here. This person is going through some internal transformations right now, and they're doing a lot of future planning, making decisions about their future and where they want to head, and things are coming together here in this person's life. Okay, Scorpio? What they don't see is that there's a lot of change going on within you. You may feel like this person does not see all of the change that you have been through. And that could be. They may not be aware that you've changed, Scorpio. But some of them do intuitively still feel connected to you and are aware of that. It just depends on how deep your connection is with this person. But this person has also changed a lot. Okay, so both of you under the surface have gone through some sort of death and rebirth or transformation or change here. This person's ready and in this space to make some decisions. And whatever decision they make, it'll be whichever feels best to this person. Like they're really looking towards things that fuel their passions, their creativity, feeling successful, having closure as well in their life, or completing some sort of karmic cycle here. This person also wants to be released from a karmic cycle, or they want to feel like some sort of release here. I'm getting so many different songs. I'm hearing Release Me by Wilson Phillips. And then I am hearing I Do What I Want Any Old Time. Like this person wants to feel free. They want to feel free. Free to be themselves. Okay, not necessarily free from connections or reality, but free to be themselves. I have another song. With or Without You. With or without you. With or without you. I can't live. With or without you. Oh, that's a good song. I haven't heard that song in a while. I honestly can't think of the rest of the lyrics, but that's the song I got. Deep reading, Scorpio. I'm going to get a guidance card out, and then, whoa, it's a long reading. We're going to leave it there for now. So, let's see. It says, inspire passion. No way. Isn't that, I was saying at the beginning of the reading, you got the card of passion, wanting more passion. And then there is like this person in this energy of passion, and then passion showing up again, even in the guidance card. So let me read the guidance to you. This says, life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains your soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. That's what I'm saying, Scorpio. It's time to get connected with your passions. It's time to stop restricting yourself. It's time to take action, make decisions, and let the chips fall where they may, because passion is better than dull, okay? Change is good, and I feel like a change is overdue and a coming. So I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I have Libra, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, Taurus, Libra again, Taurus again. I've got Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo. You could be dealing with any of those zodiac signs or have that somewhere in your birth chart. I'm sorry, I just saw I've got Virgo here as well. It's a general reading though, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. Am I repeating myself? I'm not really sure. I lost my train of thought. Just in case, link down below. I have one Facebook, one Instagram. There's a lot of spamming going on right now and people duplicating the profiles. So the only profiles that are mine are the ones that are linked in the description box or in the about section. But I would love if you come and follow me over there, as I do a lot of fun stuff and go live there as well. If you like my styles, you can get them for yourself at my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com, linked below as well. Donation link is in the about section for those of you who wish to donate. Either way, I am wishing you the very, very best, Scorpio. Until next time, my friends, namaste.